Hey there, Vinny from Project Frugal. Today the government announced changes to KiwiSaver as part of their budget 2025. Let's go and check out what's happened. The first thing that's happened is the government is cutting the contribution from $521.43, this is the annual contribution, down to $260 odd. This is half of what it is now. So if you put in $1,042.86, I believe it is, you'll get, well, in future years you'll get $260 odd instead of the $521. That's not so good. But on a positive note, they're also increasing the employer match. It's up to 4%. It's going to be the default setting. So you put in 4%, your employer will put in 4%. And in this video, we're going to look at a couple of scenarios. One with a person earning $50,000 a year and another with a person earning $100,000 a year. We're going to look at the current status, i.e. the pre-budget status of things, and we're also going to look at what's happening post-budget, i.e. what's happening in the future. So without further ado, let's roll the numbers. As we stated at the start of this video, we got the two scenarios. We're going to look at pre-budget $50,000. This is calculated over 20 years. There are some caveats with this, but we're saying over 20 years, $50,000 is a salary. It doesn't change in this scenario. We're keeping it as simple as possible. We're not including any gains that the portfolio might add for, aggressive funds, balanced funds, conservative, anything like that. We're just going with the raw numbers. The employee is getting $50,000 salary a year. They contribute $1,500, which is 3% in this scenario. That's what we're basing it on. The employer also contributes the $1,500. The employer taxes the money. Well, is it the government? Is it the employer? I don't know. Either way, it goes to the government. But it's also based on your salary plus the contributions that you're putting in. It's a bit of a long story. In this case, it would be based on $51,500 instead of $50,000. So whatever range your tax bracket falls into, in this case, it's likely to be 17.5%. That's how much you would get taxed for your KiwiSaver employer contributions. In this scenario, we've done the numbers here. It's all 3%. We're getting the government contribution of $521.43. If we look at the grand total, we're getting $65,178.60. $30,000 of that is provided by the employee themselves. If we take the total, take off the contributions, we're $35,178.60 better off. And the majority of that money obviously has come from the employer. Take the tax off, add in the government contributions, and you're up 35 grand. Let's go and have a look at the budget changes. Let's go and have a look at the new thing. You can see here it comes in, it's phased in. First off, it's 3%, then it's 3.5%, then it's 3.5%, then it's 4% every time after that. The best thing I can offer you as advice is to go for the 4% as soon as you can. We can see here it gets staggered up. There's a couple of years there. There's also a 3-month gap in between the 1st of April when the government implements this policy and when the KiwiSaver contributions sort of end, which is kind of like the last day of June, i.e. the 1st of July. So there's a 3-month variance on this. So these numbers are not quite correct, but they're close enough for these purposes here. So in this scenario, still on the 50 grand, the employee contributions are going up until they max out at $2,000 here in this scenario. The employer contributions doing exactly the same thing. Obviously, the employer tax is going up as well, $260, $250 up to $350. We've got all the numbers here. We're going to end with $76,650 in this scenario. But this case, we've actually put in $39,000 instead of $30,000 over the period of 20 years. So it's an extra $9,000 that the employee is going to have to stump up if they want to max this out over 20 years. Essentially, we've done the numbers here. We're going to be $2,471.51 better off over 20 years, which is not a huge amount. It's still $247 a year that we're better off than we would have been prior to this budget. Let's move on to $100,000, same scenario, $100,000 salary, $3,000 contributions from the employee, $3,000 from the employer. This time the employer tax, obviously that's gone up, but this is going to be taxed at a higher rate of 30% in this scenario. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. The net employer contributions are $2,100. This scenario here, we've still got the government contributions as they are at the rate of 3%, $521.43. We're going to be left with $112,428.60 in the scenario. We've put in 60 grand. We're up 52,000 primarily because of the employer contributions, and once again $10,428.60 from the government. Let's have a look post-budget. And here we go, post-budget. What have we got this time? $138,075.11. We're actually going to be $7,646.51 better off over the course of 20 years. How much is that per year? Well, a lot. Is it a lot? Well, it's probably not that much, is it? 20 years, $300 a year, something like that, $280 a year better off. We're still going to be better off under the new proposed budget, which will be implemented, like it or not. That's just the way it is. And obviously, because we're not including compound interest, anything like that, you're not going to have $138,000. You're probably more likely to have, well, I'm just going to chuck a stab in the dark. After 20 years, you're probably going to have about $300,000 with compound interest. That's just a real rough guess in the dark. And in summary, you're better off opting into KiwiSaver, getting that employer match, making it up to $1,042.86, so you get the $260 odd from the government, even though it's less than what it previously was. You really need that employer match. If you're self-employed, well, it's not as good because you're pretty much going to be losing $260 odd. However, I don't make the decisions, the government makes the decisions, what they believe is best for the nation. Based on the numbers we've explored together, you're definitely better to opt into KiwiSaver. Max it out as much as you can. Just do the 4%, no more than that, and go for gold. I hope this video has been valuable to you. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. We'll catch you in the next video. See you later and have a good one.